The creators of MLP are conducting exciting new experiments in irony by making an episode about driving one of their most pedestrian yet. My Little Pony, The Cart Before the Ponies, starts with the CMCs finding out about Ponyville's Applewood Derby.
Using the wood of a fruit-bearing tree for cart building. So wasteful.
The kids get to ask for help from an adult, so obviously they call on Rarity, Rainbow Dash, and AJ. Now there are 3 categories that carts can be judged in: fastest, most creative, and most traditional. And to change things up, the CMCs pick different goals to strive for than you would think. Apple Bloom goes for fastest, Sweetie Belle goes for most traditional, and Scootaloo goes for most creative. The problem is no one told Rarity, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash.
Well, the pipsqueak sure tried.
Most of the episode is spent with the kids trying to talk their elders out of making the carts only the way they want them. It all comes to a head in a massive cart pileup, and then the big sisters finally get that this race isn't for them. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The Cart Before the Ponies is not a good episode. First off, the situation is cliched and kind of dull. But MLP is the master of taking hackneyed premises and spinning them into enjoyable episodes. So why can't they do that here? Well, the answer is simple. One of My Little Pony's greatest strengths is its characters. I can sit through stories about stage fright, mistaken identity, and singing competitions because these characters are very likable and enjoyable to watch. But in this episode, the vibrant personalities of Rarity, Dash, and AJ are all distilled down into one hyper-competitive, pushy jerk that completely takes over someone else's project. The only one that I can honestly see doing this is Rainbow Dash.
She does tend to overpower now, doesn't she?
Both Rarity and Applejack are more helper types. I can see them taking over a project, but not in the same way as Dash. There were also a couple of silly things about the plot beside that. First off, the racetrack is clover-shaped, which doesn't seem safe or logical, as the carts look like they're gravity-powered. Also, the Applewood thing. Is Sweet Apple Acres seriously cutting down their cash crop trees for this? But on the other hand, there are some good things about this episode. The star of the show is Cheerilee. She's honestly funny, and she looks cute in that cheerleader costume. The Cart Before the Ponies also has some decent jokes scattered around. First off, apparently Rarity was defeated by Derpy in the fight for most creative.
Just goes to show you, the people want rustic.
Snips and Snails were great in their own dopey way, and the designs for all the other race cars were fun to look at. Finally, if you look closely, you'll see that Derpy is accompanying a Pegasus colt. Although this doesn't rule out a relationship to Dinky, we also see that Derpy is roughly the same age as Rarity. So I think Derpy and Dinky being sisters is a better bet than mother and daughter. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in My Little Pony, The Cart Before the Ponies. On the good side, Cheerilee is great, there are some funny jokes, and neat cart designs. On the downside, the characters are just off, and certain plot points don't make sense. And that's a big, big deal. So unfortunately, I give My Little Pony, The Cart Before the Ponies, a 2 out of 5. Now, if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, and video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.